Kendall Square is known as one of the most innovative miles in the world. Okay. Kendall Square is known as one of the most innovative miles in the entire world.
Andy Palmer, local tech leader, shout out Andy, said in a recent blog post that there's more IP lying around here on the ground than anywhere else in the world. I can't see it right now, but I'm sure it's true. We've got Google HQ in Cambridge right behind us. We're in between the Cambridge Innovation Center buildings. The energy is great here today. It's a beautiful day, and so we're going to find out what's being built here in Kendall Square and export it to the rest of the world.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. I found the C10 Labs team, so I want to hear about what you all are building and what's going on in Boston and Kendall Square in your organization.
So many incredible things happening in Boston. So at C10, we're building a venture studio, and what that means is that we take companies that are applied AI companies that are in pre-seed stage, and then we bring them into formal programs to help them learn how to build with AI effectively, really meet a market need, and ensure that they have the success factors so that they can go on to receive funding and build great companies. We also build companies from scratch. So we'll take an idea or a founder or a scientist and surround them with all the things that they need to, again, build a successful company that's in applied AI.
And her reputation precedes her, but this is Beth Porter, former successful executive and now builder at C10 Labs. And David, you're responsible for so much at this organization. What have you been working on?
We're really working to help our teams with go-to-market support, public-private partnerships, and look at potential opportunities to be able to take our applied AI teams globally.
Now, what do you all love about building in Boston? This is one of the most special places to build technology companies in the world, I think, and I think we would all agree. What do you all love about building here?
I mean, Kendall Square is the center of all things AI, and we're an applied AI company. So, I mean, we literally could not be in a better place in the universe to be doing the thing that we want to do. We can walk over to events at MIT, at Harvard, at Tufts, at Boston University. The academic environment and the amount of opportunity and innovation happening right here, right now, in the space that we want to be building and investing in could not be more exciting. So that's why we're here, and that's what we're building.
And there's so many folks building it in between different disciplines.
Yeah.
And so if you need a bio expert, you literally go down the street. If you need an AWS, Microsoft, or GCP expert, go across the street. And so if you need access to some of the best in town, best resources, talent, people, personnel, this is the place where you want to do it.
And that's what Marissa does, actually. She's the talent person recruiting all the people that we need to make this a success.
Yeah, proximity is a huge advantage. Now, last question. If you could think of any startups that you all have your eyes on or trends outside of the C10 portfolio, because we know those are all your favorite, what would any of those be?
I mean, I'm excited about robotics. I think there's a long way to go. I think everybody is very feverish that we're going to have humanoid robots, and that's going to be, somebody who sits beside us on the couch and watches TV or whatever.
Yeah.
But I think even the proto elements of that future are already a reality, and investing in all those components, whether it's deep-seated architecture, the data layer, the AI and inference layer, the mechanical parts, right, actual literal robots for manufacturing or for personal use. I just think that there's so much there, and you can just point your cannon in literally any direction and hit something interesting to work on.
Shameless plug for the AI BioHub. We're seeing a lot of interesting founders who unfortunately were laid off in the past 2 years.
Yep.
Incredible talent available, all with deep, rich industry experience that need some sort of AI help or AI advisory or pharmaceutical connections. And so we're partnering with Lab Central to work on this. And the ideas that are coming out of this space, multimodal, custom AI, but for drug discovery pipelines, for gene therapies, for gene editing, for even digital diagnostics. It's incredible kind of what the next few years will bring there.
Yeah. This is David, Beth, and Marissa from the C10 Labs team. Thank you guys so much for joining.
Go MGMT!
I'm with Thomas Baker, technologist, formerly from Blue Origin. He's done a ton of things in his career. We're in Kendall Square. Thomas, what are you building right now?
Yeah, there's a lot of incredible things going on in Boston right now. What I'm currently working on is, you guys are all familiar with the USAID and some of the gap that left, right? So we're starting a program with the UN to be able to build and fill that gap with some of the deep tech that we have in the surrounding area. So, building a prize, kind of like X Prize, and making sure that a lot of this advanced technology can get to the places that need it and the countries that need it. So it's a huge, huge focus. Also spending a lot of time in South Africa, focusing on early childhood development. Again, having access to all these tools, all these resources, the Global South is a phenomenal place to start putting those resources, especially as quickly as it's growing. There's so much more to be excited about.
Amazing. Now, what do you love about building in Boston, and what startups do you have your eye on as you make your way around Kendall Square and the city beyond?
The thing that I'm most excited about is like with being so close to MIT and Harvard, right? You're in between these ecosystems that are trying to build out entrepreneurship. You end up with a lot of people who have incredible ideas and a lot of people with the tech talent to build it. And it's not just Harvard or MIT anymore. You're not going to MIT for a technical co-founder. You're getting people coming out of Sloan that have these incredible ideas that are going to HBS, and we're seeing more and more collaboration. I'm also helping out with the Sunday hackathons, so they're the weekly MIT hackathons where we're actually seeing so much collaboration from all of Boston come around, and so we're about 70 people every Sunday coming in to build their products. So it's the community itself that's been the most valuable, for sure.
Awesome. And any particular startups?
A startup I'm going to embarrass a little bit that's actually local is Codeout coming out. It's a one-shot programmer built by one of the brilliant MIT grads here. And he's been working on this for the last 2 years. I've started using it in just beta. And like obviously there's still bugs, there's a lot of tools, but it's head and shoulders above the rest of the auto-coding tools that we've seen around here. I'm also helping out with the decentralized AI lab. Expect a lot of cool things coming out of there. So yeah, some good stuff.
Thomas, thank you so much for joining us.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, man.